Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to Space City and NRG Stadium, right next to where the old Astrodome sits, here in Houston, Texas. Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. The tackle there by Daniil Hunter. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That finds his man, it's Keon Coleman. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
1st down throw for Allen. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Working from the gun, it's Allen. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Again, Allen to the air. On the move, headed right. He's got the hook up to Cooper. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
To throw again, it's Allen. Forced out to his right. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jar it loose, incomplete. Well, no luck on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
They'll go, Allen. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That's a gain of 10, and staring at a turnover on downs, Brock, they pick up the 1st instead. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Wanted to get it to Cooper, but it's intercepted. Kamari Lassiter with the pick. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Terrell Bernard tracking that one down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Now it's Stroud. That's complete to Diggs on the slant. And they're able to drag him down as he reaches the 15-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. Through one quarter, neither side breaking through on the scoreboard. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the second quarter with the Texans in possession. They've got a first to begin the frame. A give to Mixon up the middle. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Rasul Douglas. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break.
And there's a man there. It's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Bills will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception, and that return on top of it. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Allen now on first down. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
And he scores. It's a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills parlay the interception into points. Amari Cooper, the touchdown. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw, just the right touch, and you also need a guy who can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead, I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down to the timing of the throw, Kate. If you don't throw it on time to that exact spot, you run out of room, and you don't give yourself that kind of chance.
And this one will not make it to the landing zone. So the same as it going out of bounds now. This is going to come out to the 40-yard line. First down, Stroud. He puts some power on a deep one left. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Taylor rapping to pick that one off. And the Bills get it back after making their third first-half interception. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Throwing now on first down, Allen finds Kincaid. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at NRG. The Bills trying to add to their lead. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the 43. Connection made to Coleman. And they get this down to the 28. He picks up 15 on the play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
Complete to Coleman. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Aziz Al-Shire that time on the tackle.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Coleman with the grab. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Allen gonna throw again. And in, touchdown Buffalo. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Pass on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bills double their lead to 14. Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on 1st down. He's back to throw. Has a man, Dalton Schultz. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Bass now to kick this away. Damian Pierce now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
All right.
Now begin with a run by Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 44. Given 15 yards on the pickup there. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
It was University of Wisconsin, Kate, the first time I heard this term, slow to explode through. And think how good that Badgers run game has been at the college level. Well, they made runs like that look easy. Slow to explode through.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Tackled on the play by Taylor Rapp. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Shotgun now, 1st round. Caught by Diggs. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. We send a man in motion. First and 10. Here's Allen. Connects with Cook. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Now the shotgun give to Cook. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. That stop coming from Henry To'o. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
Chased out to his right. Kincaid there to bring it in near the sideline. And he officially gets them into the red zone before going out at the 20. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains. They're now set for 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Curtis Samuel's there for the catch. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They get 2 on the play, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
To the air again, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. We'll see them tackle 2nd and goal. Man in motion out of the slot. Another try following the sack. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind them, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that brings up 4th and goal. Big moment for Tyler Bass here. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. Amendola able to put it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And they crush him right near the marker. Looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that first down before the hit. They're set up at the 35 now. Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Matt Milano in to pick it off. And the Bills are going to have the football at the 48-yard line.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Throwing here, Allen. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's touched down after a nice pickup there to get the first.
Just about every defensive coordinator worth his salt says 2 things in every production meeting. Number 1, well, we got to stop the run. And number 2, we got to take away the tight end. Well, good luck doing that. Defending a big guy who can move like that, it's a lot easier to talk about than to go out and execute.
Putting a receiver in motion. 1st down throw for Allen. He intercepts it. That is exactly what they needed. Picked off by Darren Stingley Jr. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
Dell with the grab. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Schultz with the catch. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying it left side with Cook. And this one doesn't go far. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Houston calls it 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Another one for Cook. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Final timeout called by the Texans. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. First down, ball at the 36. On the ground, first run for Ray Davis. And not much doing, he stopped quickly. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7. Handoff headed right. It's Cook. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So that's it for us here. Brock Heward, our crew, I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Bills, as we'll see you next time from Houston.
Tough start. Tough start. Haven't played in a while, so I broke my streak. Damn.
from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. This is Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Excellent defensive effort to get to him and provide a little contact before the catch could be made cleanly.
Stroud working out of the gun. That one complete. It's tanked down. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, you want to make sure that on an opening drive that you at least stay out there for a while and get into the flow of the game. A 3-and-out would have been problematic, but that's a good throw there to ensure they get another set of downs.
Stroud out of the gun here. That's complete. It's Collins. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Here's Stroud. This goes out wide for... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
Running right, here's Achane. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays. No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
One more time with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
And this is where coaches sometimes fall into different camps. Your guy just fumbled. It led to a touchdown. Do you stay with him or do you put him in the doghouse? This is definitely a show of confidence here as he's right back out there and carrying the ball again.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Stroud to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. I think everyone in the stadium saw that big hit coming.
And I, as a former defensive back, have to admit I'm a little disappointed. He actually was able to hold on to the ball. He brought the lumber on that play. Give my man a whole lot of credit for taking the hit and possessing the football.
And picking up the first down. Throwing now is Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. And Stroud now to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Back to throw, here's Stroud. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Stroud will look to throw once more. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Now Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Achane gets it from the gun. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now Stroud. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Stroud. Going deep for Diggs. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Texans have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. It took them a while to get their speedster involved, but they found him downfield there.
And what we've discovered as we've watched games is the speedster doesn't have to have a lot of catches, doesn't have to have volume in order to have a huge impact on the game. His speed scares the heck out of defenses, and other guys can capitalize, but when you finally hit him and he carries it all the way into the end zone, that's what you're paying him for. That big threat that can make big plays on a limited number of catches.
That's how you step on the stage with your first catch, take it to the house. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. In motion, Hill. Tua going to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. And that that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The third quarter begins with a run by Achane. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Up the middle, Achane. And a good burst there, gets him 7 up to midfield.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with Achane. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to be a yard short. Needed 4, but got 3.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And taken down just shy of the 40.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime mix had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here. Mixing up the middle. Jalen Phillips, the edge man on the tackle.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here now 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Stroud looking to throw. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
From the gun on 3rd down. Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. Washington now brings this out. And able to get this out to the 25. This is 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here comes 2nd down. Now Tua. A run straight ahead with Achane. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
3rd and 2. Here's Tua on 3rd down, Achane. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Throwing Tua. This is caught by Waddle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Tua. Short throw to Smith. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Here's 1st and 10. Tua to throw. That'll be caught by Hill. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. Here's 1st down. Tua. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a good time in South Beach tonight. The Dolphins have won the game. Charles, in these lower-scoring games, you know it better than anybody. Points are at such a premium, but taking care of the football is king. They play turnover-free from whistle to whistle, and they come through with a victory.
Yeah, and that's what won them the game, because even doing it that way, being that clean, partner,
In the only building this franchise has ever known. We're at the home of the Texans. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. Ball teed up. Austin Seibert out for the kick. And we're off and running from Houston. Chooses to bring this one out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 70-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3. They'll motion him out of the backfield left. He's got it deep downfield. They get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a 33-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. 1st and 10, a run to Mixon. He still has room inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. All set up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they corral him well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. Cut by Diggs. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a Stephon Diggs touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ball game.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you could go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And his drive up the middle gets him about 3. Derek Stingley putting that play to bed. Offense up to the line fast. Play fake here. Daniels. He beams one deep right side. His first throw is an interception. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. What a call for their first pass of the game. And it would have been a big hitter if they completed it, Brock, but just not the right touch on that football, and it ends with an interception.
You could just tell these cover guys, they've been waiting for their first chance to go get some work done in this one. They did.
He loses the football. And the Commanders pick this one up. Up to the races, middle of the field. And Washington finishes the return in the end zone. Touchdown. The Commanders finish off their opening drive. Like a freight train leaving the station after scooping up that fumble. Oh, he got moving on his way to the end zone, Brock. Nice hustle from the big man.
Is there anything more fun than seeing these big old human beings get their chance to get on a scoreboard? You see how it just ignites everybody.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up. Going right side, mixing with it. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's caught for the 1st. Juke the defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So that connection for a 1st will bring us to the end of the 1st. Both teams neck and neck so far. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at 1st down here. Here's Stroud now. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 27 on the play. And it sets up a Houston 1st. A give to Mixon up the middle. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Stroud. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. Touchdown, Houston. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Fairbairn connects on the extra point. And the Texans break that tie and now lead by 7. Set up for the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They bring McLaurin in motion right. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Will Anderson Jr. in on the stop. Daniels from the pistol. Along the sideline, Brown brings it in. And a solid gain gets them across the 45 before he goes out. It's a pickup of 26. And that'll be good for a Washington 1st. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. They get 6, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the gun, it's Daniels. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Third and short, Daniels. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Fourth and forever coming up. Shotgun snap to Daniels. He connects downfield on 4. And he's a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before going out. How about 19 yards on fourth down, and the call to go for it pays off considerably. On first down, here's Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Texans are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled.
Obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the...
Rage quit. Rage quit, that's crazy. Oh.